the question that lingers in my mind is it worth it in 2020? Let's find out. So then, welcome back to the channel. This is your host NoT, and where we do computing, gaming and tech. If you're new here, thank you for finding my channel, and I'll link that down in the description below. So then, let's actually wonder what the question is about. While I was searching all over the internet, it came across my mind. The mouse I was using, that I've been using for a very long time, I've used this for about 4 months, and it's probably one of the best mouse I've ever held in my life. At the moment, I know that's a bit of an exaggeration, but it is probably one of the most comfiest and best kind of mouse I've had in my hand so far. The reason why I say that is because through its specifications of having quite a big body, even though my hands are 6.5 inches long from the tip of my finger down to the palm, it somehow manages to be comfortable and fit into the palm of my hand really well. Let's actually talk about its background. So the Logitech G502 actually came around 5 years ago. So it was one of the releases that Logitech did, and it actually became very popular in the pro range and the gaming range for anyone that was playing CSGO at the time and MMOs and stuff like that. And it was a very popular mouse. Moving from 5 years to 2018, they did a remap and a redevelopment of the mouse, giving it its Hero Edition. So you might be wondering, what the hell is a Logitech G502 SE Hero? So the SE, let's start with the SE and let's get that out of the way. So the SE is actually the engraves that you see right here, that is white. Literally that's it. If you want a stealthy approach, then go with the G502 Hero. But if you want the SE Edition, you want a bit of white bling, then go with a SE Edition. Personally, I have the SE Edition because it matches my desk really well, and I do like that white look. Plus, shout out to my girlfriend that actually got me this mouse on Christmas. Thank you. So now we're back onto its specifications. So then, from the website alone, we can see that its height is 132 millimeters, width 75 millimeters, and depth 40 millimeters. Weight is quite an interesting one. It's actually 121 grams without the weight plates. So that actually might put a lot of you off there, and if it does, then click off the video, it's fine. But for any of you lot that are interested in the mouse, then carry on. So then, with its weight is 121 grams, and I know a lot of people really like lightweight mouses at the moment, especially 2020 marketing is going on. They are promoting lightweight mouses, and it seems the way forward, especially with the Steel series movement and their series of mouses. Same with Corsair and same with Razer. But anyone might be wondering, well, I kind of want a heavy mouse. Then you can actually go with this mouse alone. For me, it is very weighty, and I really like that. Personally, that is my favorite. With its optional extra weights, it does go up another 18 grams. So that is 3.6 grams. I'll just show it off right here. So then the weight plate actually comes off at the back, and actually for me, I've got 2 weight plates there already. And come in little triangles, they're quite handy. 3.6 grams per triangle. I'm just going to call them triangles at the moment. And literally the back plate is magnetic, and it literally snaps into place just like that, as you can hear. So the cable length runs at 2.1 meters, which is really long. That is a good 6.2 feet, which is literally the social distance rules that we have to apply in lockdown at the moment. Well, actually saying that, it has been reduced, but I keep saying but a lot. But the good thing about the 2018 update is that they made the cable braided still, but thinner in its diameter, which actually ensures a low risk of kinking in the cables and getting it tugged on the edges of tables and desks, so it causes de-threading and heavy kinks in the cables. Moving on from its physical specifications, it actually moves on to the tracking. So it actually uses its Hero sensor, which is the latest sensor in the Logitech industry. Goes at a maximum of 16,000 dpi, industry standard at the moment. I know the mouse that I used to use before was a Razer Def Adder, that's it, Elite, and that was a 16,000 dpi, and that was released back in 2016. So it seems to be industry standard anyway, and I think that's one of the downfalls where it has its marketing of zero smoothing, acceleration, filtering, but really the sensor actually, all it does is provides a better DPI and a slight improvement in latency tracking, which is actually really helpful for any players that are using tracking in fast-paced games. So I know for Apex Legends that is especially used to track your target quite quickly, especially for me, and that helps me a lot. And the report rate is 1000 Hertz, which is 1 millisecond response time. Yes, that is a kind of a pushover and tips the balance on why I went for it as well. I know a lot of mice use 1 millisecond response time, but I like Logitech. I like the 1 millisecond response time. Logitech, please sponsor me. And it's just quite a nice feature to have. Onboard memory up to 5 profiles requires firmware, which is the Logitech G502. So that is quite nice. You can actually go into that and dedicate macro keys to certain features in games, profiles for them. So you can actually have a separate profile for Apex Legends where you can have it set to certain DPI settings, certain macro key settings that allow you to play the game better, and you can literally hop from that to your desktop and it will just return back to the normal settings, and you can go from desktop to, let's say, CSGO or Valorant, and you can have settings already set for those and it will just skip over to those settings. What they actually do, which is quite nice at the moment, is their screen sampling. So you get what's on your screen, and let's say for me at the moment it's a retro background and it's got a lot of blue in it. So I know on the Logitech G502 sign it would actually match up with the background, which is blue, and if you pulled up a purple or pink or any sort of other color in the background, it will detect that and swap over to that color, which is quite nice. It might actually make a break for you lot. I know that sounds silly and RGB, woo, RGB, but that actually might make a break for some people because they like the RGB, man. They like it, they love it, they love it. You might be wondering what some of these keys actually are on the exterior of the mouse. So you got your DPI sensors, which is on the side here. Obviously you got this sniper button that they call, which is literally during in-game you can hold this button down and it'll go to your lowest DPI setting. For me it doesn't really bother me because I use the lowest DPI setting anyway for any intense sniping situations where you got to go quickly, zoom in, hold that button down, quickly take your shot for more control, and then come back out and return back to normal. We went through the intro, went through the specifications. I do want to introduce the sound test. I shall play that for you now and you can get a nice listen of what the clicks sound like. And we are going to go into its pricing and I'll finally talk about is it worth it in 2020. I'm going to go back. I'll literally show some screenshots on the screen now, and I'll show how expensive this mouse is. So at the start you might be thinking, holy crap, holy jumbomboldy, this is an expensive mouse. $79.99 on Amazon.co.uk, which is where a lot of people go. The first thing they think of when they get an item is, I'll hop on Amazon and get the first thing I see for next day delivery, right? So you might be thinking, oh wow, that's expensive. I can find a way cheaper mouse that has the same features and does the same exact job. And yeah, it might be that. But if you have a closer look, go a little bit further down, you got the Logitech gaming mouse that is on Very for $44.99 and on eBay for £49 exactly. If you do have a little extra money to kick out and you are looking for a keyboard to match up with the Logitech mouse, then you have got yourself a Logitech G Play Advanced Gaming Keyboard and Mouse set running for £80, £79.99, right? And that gives you the package of a G502 SE plus the G512 SE. And if you have £80 in the bank, then the Logitech G Play Advanced Gaming Keyboard would be the one to go, because the keyboard is a mechanical keyboard, and that actually might make a lot of you want to go with it. Dang. Or not. I think I've been rambling on for too much now, and I think that leads on to the final parts of the video. So is this mouse worth it? Sorry, I'm just gonna hang it up here. Is it worth it in 2020? For a 2018 release, I believe it is definitely worth it, especially for its price tag as well that you can find on the website. They do come in different prices, and there is always sales on Amazon anyway, so you actually might be able to find it cheaper for next day delivery. But like I said, it is definitely worth it. It has been with me for 4.5 months now, and I believe that if you lot are looking for a mouse and you are new to the gaming industry and want something that's going to be future proof, then yeah, the Logitech G502 Hero SE edition, or even the G502 non-SD edition, will be the one to go for. So there you go, you've reached to the end of the video. This is actually the final part of the video. I'd like to say thank you to everyone that has actually come along and that has watched this video and joined me on the journey. Like I said, if you're new here, make sure to hit the notification bell, subscribe, like, and leave a comment on the video. I always want to show off my journey and show it off to you guys, because I do it for fun and I love it, and I love what I do because I get to show off new stuff I've got, I get to show off let's plays I want to do as well. But anyway, enough chit chat said and done. This has been your boy Gnome T with the G502 review, and is it worth it in 2020? I believe so. And I'll catch you lot in the next one.